So I'm out here doing some testing on the Simple Theory gear stove here. And I found that if I leave this top ring out over here with my canteen, it just really makes it easy to feed kind of all around the stove. Because since there's one feed port here, now I'm allowed to actually come over here, stick some wood in like that. And that makes me happy. Now the thing is if I'm using anything else that's like has a smaller base, like the Stanley Cup that a lot of people have been using, that's fine. Lower this down, put it in there, completely surround it. But this right here is usually kind of my go-to. And I'm just trying to find some ways to make this thing work for me. And I've had zero issues with it so far. Look at it maintain. Stove down to nothing but coals. I've left the top of it off. And now I'm just seeing what the startup is from coals. See, I already threw that in there. I'm gonna throw a couple more sticks in here. You can see how it's already starting to take off. This is another thing that I love to do to see, because this is kind of something I love to do, because when you're out in the woods doing whatever it is, if you get sidetracked, you want to know how well your stove will start back up. You know, cutting wood, or if you're setting up your shelter, sometimes it's nice to know how well a stove can maintain. It's just those things that I like to do. I just like to know what I'm kind of getting myself into a little bit when it comes to stoves. Now I know that I could have kept the ring on. I just wanted it off to the side, just basically so you guys could see that I do have it off. I'm not using the stove upside down on accident or anything like that. I'm purposely using it in this direction just to see what kind of burn I can get from my canteen cup. Because like I said before, the canteen cup has a little bit different of a shape. And since that's one of my main go-to items to cook with, I just like to see how stoves work with it. It's one thing that I do during stove testing. As you can see, the stove came right back up. As you can see, the stove came right back up. Look at that. Got a nice bubble. We're gonna kind of go with the York peppermint patty hot chocolate. All right, so the first sip rule, kind of like the first bite rule, right? Very peppermint patty-ish. Look at that nice burn, nice and complete. I'm really happy with it, and it sounds like Mr. Owl is too. You could hear that or not, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's got a nice complete burn all the way down to coal. Let that burn out the rest of the way. Got some squirrels fighting. We got some horses neighing. We got some dogs barking. Got an owl hooting. So guys, I want to thank you so much for coming along and just taking a look at this really quick little look into how I test stoves out sometimes. I'm actually cooking the family dinner right now and testing out a stove. I've already been testing out this stove. I just thought to myself, what if I left the top off and I just dumped it on the top side and fed it from the bottom? Kind of bounced back and forth just to see how it works. It's one of those things that when you're really kind of liking a stove a lot, you want to see more capabilities that it has and more uses that you can get out of it. And to me, that's just one more notch in the belt for the Simple Theory gear stove. It's pretty awesome. So thank you so much for coming along. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell up in the corner. I really appreciate it. My kids really appreciate it. We'll be seeing you guys real soon.